Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Come on in. I'll give you all a couple minutes. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I am doing great. I want to talk today about engagement and energy. So I think a lot of people I personally, from what I've observed and witnessed through clients and also my own behavior, is that when I or another client is not engaging or not trying to, and when I say engagement, what I mean is you're not active in your own life. You're kind of letting life just like pass you by. You're negative. You are scared, right? You don't take risks. You are afraid to take risks. Your focus is on the negative as opposed to what can actually come true in your life. You are always waiting for the next shoe to drop, so to speak. So the reason why I say this is because, again, I'm not perfect, and I think I truly believe that when I use my own life experiences to help other people, it shows you that, we all are, when you stay engaged and when you don't let your mind wander into self-doubt and don't let your mind wander into questioning what you're doing, your life is going to be insane and incredible, right? I have been writing down goals like every single morning, just a list of like what I want for my life every single day. And I got into that practice because it literally makes me engage in my brain, and it makes me not go into this like negative space. It makes me stay into this space of, I have this already. It makes me stay into this engaged space where I want to go in life. I am a firm believer in caring about. Hi, Vilu. Oh my gosh, I have so much fun in Florida. I'm going next in March, so that's awesome. I truly believe that when you stay engaged in your life, also, I'm going to say this phrase: you have the choice to be happy every single morning. So if you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm in pain. Oh, my life sucks. You're going to have a negative life. You're going to hate yourself. You will have no self-confidence, and it will be a struggle. But, and I will say, and I will preface this with, when your body works and when your organs work and when you are not, I think a lot of people think it's normal to like be in pain, and they think it's normal to have for their body to not be functioning properly. Guys, if there's one thing I've learned in the past, oh yeah, Vilo, I'm coming. I'll see you there. Finally, we'll get to meet. That's awesome. I have learned that when I, even for a second, allow myself go into that negative, woe is me, self-deprecating place, I'm on my couch for like the entire day. But when I don't allow that and I make myself read a book or I make myself stay engaged, like it's an action. You have to actively stay involved in your thought. I heard this quote. I think it was either from Brian Tracy or it was from Wayne Dyer, and they said, I'm like paraphrasing it, but they said something along the lines of, when you realize that what you focus on becomes your reality, you'll really think about what you focus on and what you think about. So it's kind of like, it's like your liver, right? Like when you really fine tune how you're thinking, you will see a huge difference in your thoughts, because you'll realize, oh, I'm actually creating that pain, or, oh, I'm actually creating the negative mindset, or I'm creating the lack mindset, or I'm creating the just like bad life for myself, right? So I truly, and I've even been seeing it with clients, right? When I stay engaged in clients' progress, and when I'm actually like how are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Like they are more confident about their progress and their health journey, and their energy levels are increased, right? So question for you. Do you think that your energy increases from food or from sleep, or from neither? That's a trick question. But do you think your energy increases from food, sleep, neither, or both? Which one do you think? And I will preface that or I will add to that question of, do you think you gain more energy by fasting or eating? Because I can tell you that you gain way more energy and you sustain your energy and you're more engaged in life when you fast. So I don't really think people understand that when you are actively engaged in your life and when you are actively seeking the opportunity as opposed to seeking the how you could fail, or how you could how something could go wrong, um massive difference. I'll even tell you, like, and this is me being totally real, right? As a business owner, as you're trying to gain business and as you're trying to build business, Vilu, it's so true. Fasting creates more energy than eating. I don't think people realize that. Now, I'm not saying that eating isn't necessary. We need nutrients and we need all that. But when you supplement correctly, when you think correctly, when you, again, are engaged in your life mentally, energy produces itself. FYI, we eat way too much food, way too much. We're all balloons ready to be popped, like a big pimple ready to be popped. Y'all eat too much. There's no need for it. So this week, I've been having a great month, right? Great month. But for like 2 days this week, I went into this like self-doubt space of, I don't know if I can do this. This is a lot. And it literally created this energy in me of pain, um, of lack, of not creating, but throwing a pity party. And this morning, like I didn't sleep great last night, but then this morning I woke up with so much energy that I was like, what am I doing? Right. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of going through that phase in life right now where there's either you're stepping into a new space in your life, or you're staying stagnant and you're afraid because you like to live in comfort. And what I will tell you about being comfortable is that it will never push you to the next level. If you meet new people and you're not staying engaged with those new people, it's because you're afraid of what that might do, good or bad, right? You're just living in fear. So you need to stay engaged because it's so vital to growth. It's so vital if you're, and that goes with anything, with whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, business, relationships. Like people talk about manifesting all the time. I actually think that manifesting personally is more of a like look inward and look at what how you're thinking and look at what you want, right? And knowing that you already have it going forward. Like you need to know that you already have the finances. You already own what you're doing, because and I've been writing down goals, because the more that you write things down, you can actually see it, you can visualize it, and then it actually becomes true. But when you just think about it, it's like a thought. It's like, whatever, yeah, it could happen, whatever. But when you start to write it down, you start to really believe that it's going to happen. You start to really believe, I can do this. So, and Vilu's on here, and Vilu and I are really expanding our knowledge base and our confidence in nutrition and in helping other people. It's not, and when I say risks, I mean, I take risks because I know that I'm helping somebody else. I'm taking risks in business and in my life, not to necessarily benefit me, but to benefit my clients and to benefit my business and to benefit helping other people, adding value to our world and to our country, right? So I think people need to stop thinking that, like, again, it's like, it's even like when you think about abundance and finances, right? Just because you have debt doesn't necessarily mean that you don't know what you're doing with money, or doesn't necessarily mean like you're bad with money. You can leverage debt in a lot of ways. You can leverage debt in building a business, right? So people look at debt in this like really bad way. Now, not to say like you want to have, it's not obviously, you want to pay things off, not to say that, but you can leverage debt to succeed. You can leverage debt to, achieve and help people, right? So, but my point is that when you stay engaged and active and you have energy, it makes your life 10 times better, because you actually are going after the things that you want. It actually makes you it provides this space of we all talk about being authentic and being true. And I don't think enough people do enough work on themselves, because they're like waiting for the external world to save them, or the external world to validate them, so to speak, right? Which is, I get it, but it's also weird to me, because when you think about how much time you're wasting on waiting for somebody to change your life, you're going to be waiting for a long time. But when you just start to go, nope, I already have the perfect relationship. Nope, I already have the money. I already have the business. I already have the goal I want financially. I already have all that. Like, that's already in my life. You'll start to see that show up. And then when you stay engaged in your life, and when you just start asking God for things to show up, then things will show up. But when you are not, like, I hate to say it, but like, I see it in people's relationships right now a lot. Like, I have friends that are like on the verge of divorce, or on the verge of separation, or on the verge of, their relationships failing. And to me, it's because you got way too comfortable in your relationship. You don't communicate, and you stopped dating your significant other because you stopped staying engaged. You let things be passive. You let things just kind of like fall off, right? So if you're listening to this and you're having, listen, I'm single and I love my life. And I think if there's something that I would tell anybody that I'm dating in the future, it's, we will never ever stop dating. It will always be like day one. And the reason why I say that is because the second that you get comfortable, and the second that you live in this complacency, now I'm not saying that every day has to be like, oh, we have to grow today. No. But like, when you start to enter into that complacency is when you literally lose, because you're not actively trying to better someone, to bring value to someone's life, right? So I find it incredible when I tell people, hey, what if you actually just started dating that person again, as opposed to blaming them for things, or as opposed to being too proud, so to speak, because you're trying to make a point. How about you stop trying to make a point and just do what you have to do? So be engaged in your life, be active, know where your focus is. Are you focused on the negative, or are you focused on growing? Are you focused on the lack of energy, or the lack of something, or are you focused on, that's coming into my life? I'm gonna, like, for example, if you're overweight, unhealthy, feeling crappy, are you going to focus on that, or are you going to focus on, I am tired of feeling like this? Like, I always think that change happens when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. It always does, right? So are you going to focus on, let's say you're seeing like 3 different people for your health right now, and you have stayed constant in the same like BS place, right? Are you going to still keep on seeing the people that are keeping you at this stagnant place, or are you going to seek somebody who may have more knowledge than the person you're already seeing? I will always see somebody who's making me better. I will always find someone who will enhance my life. And you can feel that in energy and engagement, right? I recently, acquired a new prospective client, and the first thing he said to me was, oh, well, I drink this shake and I drink this thing. And what did I do? Because I'm engaged in my clients' lives, I literally started to research the products that he was showing me. And in researching those products that he was showing me, I found heavy toxicity of lead. And this was with the help of other people behind the scenes, of friends and practitioners that I highly respect. Found lead poisoning, and we found red 40, and we found a lot of other just like bad toxic things in the foods that he was eating every day. And in those foods that he was eating every single day, it was causing him to have a low libido. It was causing him to have very low testosterone. It was causing him to not be happy in life, not sleep great, not have energy, right? But he doesn't know that because he's not engaged in that way because maybe he doesn't think he deserves it. Or maybe, I don't know what it could be. But my point is, when you have someone who cares for you, and when you have somebody who's so engaged and wants you to be healthy and wants you to be well, that's super easy to stay engaged and have high energy, right? So again, my point is, stop. And you might need to get rid of people, and you have to do that. Unfortunately, I've lost a lot of people over the past 3 years, and that's okay. You just have to. Okay, it's part of like what I like to call the game, right? You just have to get over it. When somebody is engaged in your life, it should enhance your life, and it should make you feel really good, and it should make you feel important and valued. When somebody who is complacent in your life, or when somebody's not showing you the attention that you know you deserve, maybe it's time to look at that relationship. Maybe it's time to look, is that person helping me, or is that person hurting me, right? Again, people who are in relationships right now, that I see it all the time. It's not a judgment. It's just one of those things where I say, if this person's not engaged in your life, and you're not really engaged in their life, either you need to make a choice and say, okay, I'm going to re-engage and I'm going to start dating them, or I'm going to start reaching out to them more consistently, or I'm going to put in the effort to show that I actually care and I'm invested in this relationship, or I'm not. Same thing in business. If you really care about clients and your business growth and moving forward, you're going to stay engaged. You're going to be in that space of wanting to make a difference. It's not about money. It's about making a difference, bringing value to someone's life, about being the solution that they've always been waiting for. That's the difference between somebody who is bringing value and somebody who is just in it to make money. Money comes and goes, but this is where I always, and I've felt this in my own world, is that when I'm focused on the money side of things, my energy decreases. When I'm just focused on bringing value to people's lives, and that means that I have to do own work on my own self, read books, be educated on things that most people wouldn't be. Like it is a mindset shift. If you want to be the best, you need to turn you can change the tide, so to speak. You need to turn and look in the mirror and go, what am I not doing that person is probably doing, right? Is that person waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Probably not. But could I do that? Yeah. And I could probably read a book, a book in a week in the time frame that person's still asleep, right? So it's really all about engaging in your life, and it's really all about the energy that you're putting into your life and not being automatic. I think we've gotten into this space of just being so automatic and being complacent. And then people wonder, why don't I have any energy? Why am I so, why do I always feel like I want more out of my life? It's because you're not engaged. You are just walking through life. You're going through the motions, as opposed to genuinely like sinking your teeth in and going, I don't like that. I could probably be better here. Or another thing, and y'all aren't going to like this, but it's the truth. Y'all sabotage yourselves, and don't sit here and pretend like you don't, because I do it too. We sabotage ourselves when we're uncomfortable, when something is scary, or when something makes you push yourself, when someone or something pushes you to a level that you don't know, that you don't think you can obtain. but you probably can. You're just afraid of where it will take you. And I'm a huge culprit of it. I used to do the same thing, sometimes still do, right? But stop sabotaging yourself. Stay engaged. So clearly, like an idea was brought into your head or a person was brought into your life for a reason, but you're so afraid of what that could mean, or the lack or the risk that presents, that you will never take that step. And I'm here to tell you, when you feel, have you ever been around somebody or around or like so engaged in something new that's happening in your life that you feel this energy and it's like so positive and it's so good, it's like almost palpable, you could cut it with a knife? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like you've just met somebody and it feels like your soul and like the magnet, like it's just like you guys are like magnets and you just want to be around each other and you want to like and it doesn't have to be like intimate or like an actual like intimate relationship. It could just be like a friend relationship, right? You ever felt so connected to somebody like that? But it's also kind of scary when you do, right? It's also kind of scary, like, okay, I don't know what this means. And then what do? You are, it's like exciting and thrilling for like a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever it may be. But then slowly over time, you start to second guess it and you start to go, that's probably too good. And I probably don't really deserve for someone to treat me like that and to feel like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sabotage it mentally and go, again, culprit of it, so I can say it. I'm going to sabotage that and I'm going to wait for that person to hurt me. Or I'm going to sabotage that and I'm going to wait for that person to, close off or shut down or deny me or reject me. Like you automatically go into that place mentally and that's disengagement. You just disengage that incredible energy that you had because you are afraid of what it could actually do for you. And that is unfortunate. And it happens all the time. And it's because you're afraid. It's because you're not engaged. It's because you felt this palpable energy. You felt this like excitement and this vibrancy. And then you went into the self-deprecation, to the sabotage, to the woe is me. I don't deserve that, which is not true. You do deserve to feel incredible. You do deserve to have people in your life that want to be in your life. And this is where I go as a coach. I will literally not yell at people, but I'll be very stern and very like matter of fact with people and say, you're sabotaging yourself. Why are you doing that? Why are you sabotaging? Why are you going into that space? And I wish, honestly, like I have a couple people in my life that do it, but I wish more people would do it to me because I'm fairly good at recognizing when I'm sabotaging now. But it's taken time. But I will tell you, recently, I've been just saying to clients, stop sabotaging yourself. Just stop, because it's not helping you, it's hurting you. And it really is more. And to me, the reason why you sabotage is because it's something really good that your body and your mind and your soul wants. You're just so afraid of what that could mean for you. And that's okay. But you do need, again, it's engagement. Where are you engaging? How are you engaging? Do you want a better life for yourself? Do you want a better life for your family, your kids? Do you want to change the script on how your family has lived for centuries, right? You can do that. I think people constantly live in this like stronghold of I don't deserve it, lack, needing like 17. This is where I'm like, I can't. I'm all about working, but like when you need 18 side hustles because you have no passion and purpose in life, you need to look deeper into yourself and understand, why do I need to have 6 jobs to make ends meet? You can easily have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 but they have to be purposeful, right? If you're just doing something to make money, when you're doing something to bring value and to have purpose and you're super passionate about it and you're engaged in it, go for it and don't be afraid of it. Okay. So I hope this brought value to you all. I Again, I'm going to engage with a client in about 10 minutes because we have to exchange some exciting things that have happened this week. So I hope this brings value. If you need help, if you are hurting, if you're in pain, if you need to push past a brain fog moment or you're scared of something, please reach out, leave a comment, reach out on the website, honoryourhealth.life, and we will get you to the next level and we will push you to having the life that you've always wanted. So thrive today and do whatever it is that you change your focus and really just think about being engaged, being active, finding the energy from deep within, not necessarily from food, not from sleep. Dig down deep. All right. Love you all. Have a great weekend.